Sports spectacular. Yesterday you saw Howard Davis advance to the
plenty of heart, walks in, looks to nail you with a big right hand at all time. Michael Spinks probably has more raw natural ability than anybody in the world. He's a good boxer puncher and could go all the way.
All right, and the winner could go far, right?
Yes, he could, right to the title.
Round one of our scheduled 10-round light heavyweight bout. Spinks is on the left. We have New Jersey State Athletic Commission rules in effect for this fight. The scoring based on the round system, supplemented by a 5-point must system only in effect if the scoring by rounds results in a tie. Referee is veteran Tony Perez. 2 ringside judges involved in the scoring as well. There's a mandatory 8 count for all knockdowns, and the 3 knockdown rule is not in effect. To no one's surprise, Ronquillo comes out strong. He's 27 years old, weighed in at 176. Born in Mexico, lives in Union City, New Jersey. Ranked 7th by the WBA, 13th by the World Boxing Council.
Ronquillo has started out in typical fashion. He's just walking in and winging. But when he does wing, he leaves himself wide open. It's up to Spinks to start the punch and start the punch straight inside his punches.
And Michael Spinks, who's 23 years old from St. Louis, has deceptive power for his frame, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's one of the best punchers in the light heavyweight division.
Spinks is unranked as a light heavyweight. He has fought only 5 times since October of '77 and was deeply involved in Leon Spinks, the heavyweight career. A couple of good lefts by Michael Spinks.
That's the thing to do with a fighter like Ronquillo. Back him up. He's not used to backing up. He's very good when he's walking straight in punching. You back him up and you got things your way.
Round one of our scheduled 10-round fight. And neither fighter has been timid at all in the opening moments.
Oh, they started out fast. No feeling out down here.
Minute to go in the opening round.
Big right hand by Spinks. Dropped it right on the button.
Reminds you a lot of Bob Foster, does Spinks a little bit.
Yes, tall and mangy. You see Ronquillo is throwing that wide right hand to the body, but when he does that, he's wide open for a left hook counter.
Good, solid left, straight left by Michael Spinks. And Ronquillo backing up with 30 seconds remaining in round one. He jarred him with the left there. Now Michael is stalking him.
When you back up on Ronquillo, Ronquillo's in trouble. He can only fight going forward.
Solid left, jarring Ronquillo. As the seconds tick off, ending round one, which is a very convincing round for Michael Spinks. This is Spinks' second bout in 24 days. He beat Johnny Wilburn in an 8-round decision February 1st in Louisville, so he should be in pretty good shape.
Well, that Wilburn fight was a good Titan for him. I wouldn't want to see him coming into a fight with a Ronquillo without one under his belt, but he has it, fortunately for him.
Ronquillo not begging off here, and he's trying to take the offensive here in round two after Spinks dominated the first round.
Well, I'm sure Al Faberman, who's in Ronquillo's corner, told him not to back up. He's got to get off first all the time.
A relentless, certainly unstylish fighter, similar to Antifermo's style. He comes right at you.
No, you don't have to look for him. He's there all the time.
The left jab is scoring repeatedly for Michael here in the first 2 rounds.
There's that big right hand of Ronquillo's. He's going to be winging.
Spinks unbeaten, 10 wins and no losses, and 6 victories by knockout. Ronquillo 15-5 with 1 draw, but 12 of his triumphs coming by knockout, including the win last September over Mike Rossman, the former champion. They're just exchanging blows.
Well, they're not really exchanging them. It's one-sided. Spinks is doing the landing. Little blood from Ronquillo's nose.
Ronquillo coming from obscurity as a club fighter, knows he could be thrust into the limelight with a victory, but Michael Spinks looks cool and effective thus far as he lands again with a left. Round 2 of our scheduled 10-round light heavyweight bout on the CBS Sports Spectacular. We're here at Resorts International in Atlantic City, as we were yesterday. Minute to go in round 2.
When Mike Spinks was an amateur, I was tipped by one of the AAU coaches that he was the best of all of our Olympians. He had all the talent. I don't know why it took him so long to get this many fights, but if he fights regularly, he's going to be a threat, and he may be a champion in a very short space of time.
Well, as he told us, he's trying to be his own man now after being in the shadow of Leon and handling a lot of the responsibility for so many years. Just peppering him in with solid lefts.
Well, you see what Ronquillo, he's getting hit with that stiff left jab, but he's looking to drop a counter right hand over the jab. So far, he hasn't been successful.
Combination by Spinks, but Ronquillo hangs in there. Final seconds of round 2 here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. It's been Michael Spinks so far. Dick Stockton and Gil Clancy here in Atlantic City, round 3. Michael Spinks has dominated Ramon Ronquillo in the first 2 rounds of our scheduled 10-round light heavyweight bout here on the CBS Sports Spectacular.
He dominated the first 2 rounds, but Ronquillo came right out winging. He's very, very tough to discourage.
Question is, those jabs and the combinations could be taking a toll on Ronquillo.
I think Spinks would be better off if he went to the body a little bit more.
Ronquillo's been jarred, but he doesn't seem overly phased so far. He's been getting hit and coming right back.
Well, he's putting pressure on Spinks, no doubt about that, but he's walking into a cannon.
Being peppered by left jabs repeatedly since the start of this fight. Tony Perez, the veteran referee. The judges are Eva Shane and William Castro, assigned by the New Jersey State Athletic Commission.
Spinks is landing beautiful punches, but he's strictly headhunting.
Do you think Spinks might be a little discouraged that he hasn't done more damage to Ronquillo?
That's right, Dick. That happens to fighters. They hit the guy with their best shot, and they don't move the guy. They say, what else do I have to do? That's what he has to do. That was some left hook. Still punching strictly to the head, Spinks. He hasn't thrown a body punch yet.
He's helpless against that left jab, Ronquillo is. We're in round 3, and a lot of action thus far in our light heavyweight bout.
Well, we mentioned at the top of the show that Ronquillo is super tough, and he sure is. He's taking some shots.
He's beaten several light heavyweights that thought they had a shot at the title down the road, one being Bobby Cassidy. Knocked him out back in '76 in Erie, Pennsylvania. Less than a minute to go in round 3. Spinks came in weighing 174, Ronquillo 176.
Michael thinks it's against the law to throw a body shot. He's had this fellow wide open a few times, but good shots to the body, and he just won't throw any.
He's got Georgie Benton in his corner. He's one of the best cornermen. Half a minute remaining in round 3. Ronquillo has been on the receiving end throughout this fight, but he seems solid in the ring nonetheless. Final seconds of round 3. Ronquillo still on his feet, but once again, round 3 has been all Michael Spinks. Round 4 here at Resorts International in Atlantic City, and between the rounds, they were working on Michael Spinks' left eye a bit, Bill.
Yes, they would have had an ice bag on it. He hasn't taken too much punishment, but I guess the couple of punches Ronquillo landed were effective.
As you mentioned, Michael Spinks has not landed a body punch yet. He's been going to the head, and he's been winning the round, but he hasn't really gained a great advantage other than winning the round against Ronquillo, who seems solid right now. Ronquillo going more to the body, and Spinks more to the head. Ronquillo ranked 7th by the WBA, 13th by the World Boxing Council, and Spinks unranked right now, but could move into a ranking position. Convincing win today.
It's amazing to me that Spinks hasn't thrown a body punch. He brings Ronquillo's hands way up, and his body's wide open, but he just won't drop down and throw that left hook underneath.
Ronquillo coming in, and he's going to Spinks' body. We want to remind our stations that at the end of this round, we will take a station break. Round 4, and now fighters playing a little bit more cat and mouse than they did in the first 3 rounds.
Spinks looks a little tired. He's had everything his own way, all his own way, but he's a little tired.
Well, he went out Ronquillo.
Big
Burst as he connects, as you mentioned, with the right hand in the first couple of rounds. Less than a minute to go now in round 4, scheduled for 10.
Derecha.
There's a solid left, and that did jar Ronquillo.
Yes, it did. Funny thing with Michael, though, he just doesn't want to put that combination together. Head punches, one at a time. They're accurate, effective.
2 effective lefts and a third. As you see, less than a half a minute remaining in round number 4. Against the ropes is Ronquillo.
That was the first body punch he threw. Good left hook under.
Final seconds of round 4. We'll be back with round 5 here in Atlantic City after this word from your local station. Ramon Ronquillo, according to our unofficial listing, but has not been able to floor him, and Ronquillo remains on deck.
Right, Al Braverman did a good job of cleaning Ronquillo up between rounds. He and Al Cerno, his manager, were telling Ronquillo, where's your right hand? Get rid of that big right hand. Throw it. Let's see if he does.
I want to remind you, 2 weeks we have a big heavyweight boxing weekend on the CBS Sports Spectacular. Leon Spinks, who knocked out Evangelista right here in Atlantic City, against Eddie Animal Lopez, March 8th in Las Vegas. And the next day it'll be Ron Lyle and Scott Ledoux. And this is a battle of survival, a desperation fight. The winner will ultimately get a shot against Jerry Cooney on a future program, the loser in bad shape.
There was that left hook underneath and left hook back on the chin. That's what Spinks has to do if he really wants to get this guy out of there. Spinks is teeing off now.
Ronquillo's nose is bloodied.
See, he can't back up Ronquillo. When you back him up, he can't do anything. Now Spinks should bend and dig underneath. Even now, he's throwing head punches. Look at this. Everything
and he's missing most of them.
Right. Ronquillo's nose is in real bad shape.
Well, at this point, Spinks doesn't look like he's getting the knockout that he probably wanted, because Ronquillo is staying on his feet, but it seems slim. Ronquillo is not really hurting Spinks at all, and hasn't.
Spinks is digging underneath now, though. That's a big difference. That's what's making those punches back to the head more effective.
Ronquillo, as you mentioned, his nose has been bloodied.
If we say super tough at the beginning of the fight, we mean super, super tough. What a tough guy.
Minute to go in round 5. Ronquillo stays on his feet. But it's a shooting gallery afternoon thus far for 23-year-old Michael Spinks from St. Louis, Missouri, trying to make a name for himself as a fighter. In support of his brother Leon for so many years, now he's out on his own. Right hand, Michael. 30 seconds remaining in round number number 5, scheduled 10-rounder here in Atlantic City.
Spinks is a little tired, but he's having it all his own way. Ronquillo now has a cut eye. Cut right eye.
So the nose and the eye are cut, and there's a solid combination, but Ronquillo hangs in there. He's bloody, but he's hanging in with less than 10 seconds to go in round 5. Once again, Spinks to the attack. And he's dominated. They're working on Ronquillo's eye and nose in the corner right now. We want to tell you that next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular, we will journey with Eric Heiden and 5 gold medals when he leaves Montreal to go to Holland for the World Speed Skating Championships next week. What a weekend it has been. What 2 weeks it has been. First, the World Sprint Championships in West Dallas. 5 gold medals in the Olympics. Will be with Eric Heiden next Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular. The question is, how much longer can Ronquillo survive this as we go to round 6?
Ronquillo has one of the best cut men in the business in his corner, Al Fairman, and he did work on that eye. Let's see how it holds up. He can't hold up very well if he keeps taking punishment.
They work on the eye.
And as his style, Ronquillo, the bull, the relentless bull, tries to go at Michael Spinks, who hasn't really been jarred in this fight, save for a couple of punches earlier, perhaps in round 3.
Yeah, on top of the eye.
He's a surgeon out here, isn't he?
Yes, he is. If he throws one left hook underneath, he comes back up, it's going to be all over. There it is. There's that left hook underneath, and out came his mouthpiece. That's all he had to do. They have to stop this fight.
Ronquillo is not defending himself, and Tony Perez looking in and taking a close look at Ramon Ronquillo. Michael Spinks doing whatever he pleases here, and he has for the first 6 rounds of this bout. Dick Stockton and Gil Clancy here at Atlantic City, New Jersey. We're at Resorts International in Atlantic City, where you saw Howard Davis win an important lightweight fight yesterday.
Ronquillo is dead game. He's still winging punches, still trying.
He's game. That's what you can say about him. Get him up! Get him up! Are you surprised that Spinks has not knocked him down?
Well, I feel that Michael he could put his punches together a little better. He's very, very accurate with all his punches. All right. But it's too many head punches.
2 hands. Double him up. Double him up. Double him up. Double him up.
This is strictly a matter of Ronquillo, and the question is, how long can he survive? He's getting beaten. He's getting beaten badly with a minute to go in round 6.
He's got an iron jaw, Dick. He's been hit by Michael can really punch. He's hit him some of the best shots you've seen right on a button, and nothing's happened. Except, of course, he's all bloody. If I were the referee, I'd be in looking at Ronquillo's condition, although he's still punching back.
We're in round 6, scheduled 10-round fight. Spinks has done everything he could do to try to get Ronquillo out of there, and has not had the success other than winning this in devastating fashion with less than 30 seconds to go in round 6. Michael Spinks, 10 wins and no losses and 6 knockouts. And his second fight, as we said, in 24 days. Less than 10 seconds to go in round 6. And maybe the amazing story of this is that Ramon Ronquillo is still on his feet. They have stopped the fight. Michael Spinks is declared a winner on a technical knockout in 6 rounds as they looked at the right eye of Ramon Ronquillo, whose face was battered badly. You got to give him credit for being a game fighter and not being knocked down against the peppering barrage of Michael Spinks, but the winner is Michael Spinks, who now will make a move and perhaps deserves to be looked upon as a light heavyweight contender. As you see, they're still working on Ronquillo. Gil, your thoughts?
As I said in the beginning of the match, Michael Spinks has more raw talent than any light heavyweight in the world. With fights, there's no way they're going to stop this kid from fighting for the championship, and I think winning it.
His 11th win. He remains undefeated. His second fight in 24 days, was obviously in good shape. Performed like a surgeon out there and won every round convincingly, and Ronquillo stayed on his feet, but that's about all you could say about him. We'll be back with more, including Mary Decker's amazing mile run in Houston. So, former Olympic champion Michael Spinks wins his 11th without a loss. And I'll tell you what, you just peppered your opponent with the left jabs. And Gil remarked, I want to know, you never went to the body.
Well, I was thinking of going to the body a lot. I went a few times, but not as much as I should have, because I normally bang to the body with my right hand. But just all of a sudden, I don't know, I must have hit him upside the head the first round, and I hurt my right hand just a little bit, enough just to, continue, but not like I normally use my right hand. I normally just, powers away with it, but I hurt it just a little bit. But now I'm ready to take
on the world, aren't
That's
you?
That's right, because they've been ducking me, I believe.
Well, you've been also not been fighting that much either, right?
Right, but they also have been saying that they didn't want to fight me, but they can't duck me now.
So you got to be a factor now in the light heavyweight ranks.
I
right?
am the factor.
Michael, let me ask you that. Were you surprised or even frustrated that Ronquillo was obviously a game and tremendous performer out there as far as staying on his feet, did not go down?
Yes, I was, but as I was hitting him, he started standing up against the ropes a little bit, so I figured he was, withering just a little bit, but I wasn't sure. I didn't put it in my head that he was, going out of it, but I was just steady trying to press with the left hand, because I've been working on my left hand to knock him dead anytime I hit him with it.
You peppered him with the jab. That was your punch.
Yes, I did. That's what I've been working on, and it's pretty effective right now.
So Michael Spinks